The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
What's up, everybody? What's up? If you can hear me, say yes. We'll get the webcam rocking here real fast. Hold on. Pull the desk up a little bit. Okay, there we go. Webcam is going. And it looks like everybody is live and can see me. Very good. So I see lots and lots and lots of people on the Success Connection. Well, welcome. Welcome. Hopefully you guys will enjoy the training I've put together for you tonight. I'm going to go ahead and address my t-shirt. I know that my t-shirt is, some of you are just going to be like, why are you wearing this t-shirt? My brother got me this for Christmas, and I had to wear it. And so I know that it has a reference that some may be offended by. I apologize. Truth be told, I was going to change before I got on here, but I was so busy working, I forgot. So I apologize. But anyway, you know, Adrian and I like to jab back and forth at each other and play around. So it is what it is. So anyway, look, thank you for being here. I'm excited to be here with you guys on the Success Connection tonight. We've got some really cool stuff that I've put together for you, and really been trying to build out this new and exciting opportunity for solo ads, building your solo ad business, and then being a solo ad provider, which I think is really important, and I know that it's very profitable. So I've been trying to, you know, kind of put together an outline, and for those of you that are new, you know that you guys know that I'm always doing something every single day to try to progress and build this Success Connection training to be something that's very synergistic, that's not just kind of like a shot in the dark every week. There's a plan and a syllabus. So if you're new, welcome, and I hope you enjoy the training and you have a good time here and learn an awful lot. This training is not specific to any one program. So it doesn't matter what you have, if you're in our ambassador program or email domination, fan page domination, whatever the case may be. This training has nothing to do with any of those programs, really. This is something that's specific for all students. And I'm teaching you different ways and different techniques and different strategies to be able to build businesses and, of course, make money on the internet. And so what we've really started, and we started last week, was this solo ad workshop, but it's kind of the reverse strategy from what most people teach. Most people teach you how to buy solo ads and then turn around and obviously promote affiliate products and stuff like that, which I have taught plenty of times as well. But there are a lot of people that are making a lot of money being solo ad providers. And that's what I really am kind of building this training out to be. So I've sat down and I've done my syllabus for it now, and I think that I've got a really good plan of action going forward. So tonight, what we're going to do is we're going to kind of go through one of the sections of being a solo ad provider, kind of the very first thing that we're gonna do as a solo ad provider when we build our solo ad business. So we're going to do that. I'm going to walk through building an opt-in page with you that's specific for solo ads, because they're different. So I'm actually going to build one for you. And then at the end, I'm going to give you those funnels. So I'm going to give you those opt-in pages. So we're going to build one together tonight. Then I'm going to give it to you at the end of the webinar. So at the end of tonight, you'll be able to get that completely free. Let's see, what else we have? We'll have a specific contest to get you guys to create opt-in pages for solo ads. Of course, I'll pay for those from you, right? So I'll buy them from you, which I think is going to be pretty cool. And then I've got a special thing that I'm going to do for our Success Connection members with some different alerts where I'm going to start giving you, because I know that everybody's excited on Thursday nights, and you start building pages and funnels and all kinds of stuff and doing the stuff that I teach you. But then, like, what happens on Tuesday, right? Or Wednesday, when it's been a whole week, basically, or Monday? Oftentimes, you get so many emails that from me, with all, depending on what courses you're in and stuff, you get a lot of emails. There's a lot of chatter. So what I'm going to do is set up a specific Success Connection alert, and throughout the week, strategically, I'm going to give you free things. So different things that we have. Maybe it's a free a free funnel page on a Monday afternoon that you can use, or maybe it's some free solo ad swipes, or maybe it's free ebook, whatever the case may be. I'm going to give it to you strategically throughout the week. But I'm only going to give it to people that sign up for these alerts, because I'm not going to go sending emails. I'm going to send one alert on Facebook, and it will automatically hook you up with whatever's free. So it's not a marketing ploy. It's literally just another way to be able to get in contact with you. So we're not trying to sell you stuff. So anyway, all of that is what's getting ready to happen. So what I want to do really, really fast, because we did just get going on this last week. I want to bring back up, okay, real quickly, our solo ad formula. And so we want to just review this really quickly, all right? And instead of me drawing it all over again, I'm actually putting it right here so that you guys can see this. And I think it's very, very important, very, very important for you to take good notes. Nick has put this into your members area. Your Success Connection members area does have the notes in it, and they'll have the notes from tonight in it as well. So you'll be able to download this PDF and go back through it, watch the replay, all that good stuff. So don't freak out. Focus on what we're doing, and then and don't worry if you miss out on a couple things. There's replay. All your notes and everything are inside of your Success Connection members area. So we should be in really good shape. All right. So we're talking about this solo ad business model, okay? And what I might do, just because I think it would be beneficial, I want to draw it exactly the same way. So I'm going to take a quick photo of it here, just so I draw this the same way. And I'm going to make a new sheet for you. So let's just pull this up, do a new page. That way you got clean notes for tonight from. So we'll do this as solo ad workshop number 2. So we started last week, obviously, with solo ad workshop number 1. All right, so let's take a quick look at the way that we do our solo ads, okay, and what that business model is. All right, so again, we talked about how there's different people. So like this is, we're going to call this person A, and I'm going to show you what part of this we're going to focus on tonight. So we're going to focus on a specific part each week that I think is really going to help. I know it's going to really help, right? Okay, so when basically this person they have an email list, okay? We always draw, I don't know why we always draw our autoresponders this way, but we have an email list, okay? So let's just say that this person has 50,000 people on their email list, okay? And then there's this person over here, all right? And this is person B. And you guys know I'm not an artist, so would have been much better to just use what I already had. So this is person B, and person B has essentially an opt-in page, okay? So person B has an opt-in page where you would put in your email address, all right? All right, so essentially what happens is, and we're going to kind of draw this with red, so maybe I'll make this a little bit easier for you to follow. So this person wants traffic to their page. So what we do is this guy right here can send what we call an email promo. Okay, so they send an email promotion, and that promotion sends clicks over to this person's opt-in page. Now, in exchange for that, this person pays money, right? So, how many of you follow me so far? This person right here, person B, is basically buying clicks, buying traffic from this person, person A, okay? Now, at the end of the day, this is building a list. So the end result over here is that this person now has a list, right? So this person is building their list. So you've got multiple people here doing multiple things. Person A is providing traffic and clicks. Person B is providing this web page, which is building their list. This is where most people teach you to buy the clicks, right? Just simply buy the clicks. Be person B, and that's it. What's interesting is, and what we talked about last week, is the fact that you can actually be both people. You can be person B and person A. Because guess what? If you look at this right here, if we just took the same kind of logic and we drew this out right here, all right, and there's person C down here, which I didn't draw this last week, but let's just say there's person C, and person C has an opt-in page, okay, with his email stuff in it. All right, could we not, let's take a quick look at this. Maybe we draw this in a different color. Let's draw it in pink. Could we not, from our email list here, send an email promo down here for this person? Yes? Okay. All right. So what's happening? Now, this person, all right, is paying us money. All right? He has to pay us money because we're providing him traffic. And if you were to draw this web out of just a bunch of people, you can see that there's just a bunch of people that can buy and sell, buy and sell, buy and sell. Oftentimes, the easiest way to make money as an email marketer, and the most guaranteed way, is to be a solo ad provider. Because if you are sending, okay, if you are the person over here, if you're person B, and you're sending those emails, I'm just going to throw person C over here. If you're person B in this scenario, and you are sending those emails, you get what we call, and this is what's always good, especially in marketing, we get a guaranteed price per click. This is a win-win. Here's why. Okay? What makes solo ads so great is that you can send an email, okay, and you know for a fact you're going to make money from it. You're not having to promote some kind of offer, some kind of thing that maybe arbitrarily exists, but you never make any money from it. You're actually able to know that if you generate a click, you're going to get paid. A lot of people asked me after last week if I could tell them what price to sell these clicks for. We'll talk about that we're going to talk about that probably in session 3 or 4, once it's a little bit more relevant. I think what's most relevant right here and right now in this equation is we want to focus on the different aspects. We want to focus on the different aspects to becoming the solo ad provider. Okay, so there are steps to create your business. Okay, so there's steps to create your business. All right, so the very first thing that you want to do, is, well, you need a list. All right, so you need an email list. To be a solo ad provider, in other words, to build your list and sell clicks, well, you've got to have a list. All right, so what that means is you're going to first need an opt-in page. Okay, so you're going to need one of these opt-in pages so that you can buy the clicks. Okay, so you can buy some clicks, buy some traffic, generate some traffic that will then build this list. Does everybody follow that so far? You're able to buy clicks, buy traffic. That's going to help you build your list. Now, once you've got that list, here's the great thing. You can promote to it over and over and over and over again, and you continue to make money, make money, make money, make money. So there's no, it's not like you end the making of the money thing. When you build a list, you can send emails forever and ever and ever, right? So that's what's so great about it. So you have to have this opt-in page. All right, not all opt-in pages, so not all opt-in pages work for solo ads, okay? Now, contrary to popular belief, which is that so many people think that they need to have a great looking, awesome looking, graphically intense page to build that list from solo ads. But the fact of the matter is, what I have found is simplicity. So here's some keys, some key points when you're building your pages, which we're going to go through in a little while. Key point number one, keep it simple. Here's the one thing that you have to do. In marketing, okay, it is important to remember and try to put yourself in the position of your customer, okay? So let me explain that. If you go and if you are, okay, this is you, okay, and you have this page, and it has, you know, opt-in, right? And you send that page out. What you're doing is you're sending it, and all these people are seeing that page, right? They're seeing it, right? It's in their view. And what you really want them to do is you want them to convert, okay, into an opt-in. But what you've got to remember is you've got to always try to look at this and say to yourself, what's happening with these people right here at the time that they're looking at my page? What's going on? What's the scenario, right? Here's the thing that makes solo ads a little bit different. Oftentimes, solo ads are people that are on a lot of solo ad lists. Number one, they get tons of emails every day. Okay, that's number one, because they're getting emails from all kinds of people. Number two, they don't really know who you are yet. Would you all agree that you don't, like, these people right here have no clue who you are yet, right? Somebody else, somewhere else is sending that email and saying, go check this page out, okay? They're saying, go check out, you know, Diana's page, go check out Valerie's page, whatever the case may be. There's no branding. They have no clue who you are. They have no clue what you're offering. It's blind. That's what we call it. It's typically called a blind email. Well, most people, when they get these types of emails, spend very little time, like very, 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 very little time when they click the page. If you keep it simple, you have a much greater chance of them filling this information out here in this box than if you try to get this page to look all pretty, put a background on it, put the ocean on it, and all that stuff. I know we've done that in the past for our stuff, but there's two different types of people that we're trying to get. And you have to kind of know what is your end game, okay? If you are, and you can write this down, if you are looking to build a list and set up a specific sell. Well, you could probably spell it either way, but anyway, if you're trying to sell something, okay, use a different page, okay? If you are build a list to send solo ads to, you use a specific page. Okay, now I know some of you are going to ask me, well, but wait a minute, what if we want to do both? Here's the thing. What typically is going to happen in this scenario, okay, is that this page right here, the one that's built to generate, quote unquote, a list that you're going to send solo ads to, is normally going to have a higher opt-in percentage. It's normally going to have a higher opt-in percentage because you're going to say less on the page. If we were to look at this in two examples, okay, my computer is hitting my hand. If we were to look at this in two examples, okay, take a quick look. This is example 1 and this is example 2 of opt-in pages, right? And we look at this and we say, which one do we want to send? This one has a video, okay, and then it might have your opt-in box up here that asks for your name and your email address. There might be some info here, and it talks about, say, Facebook ad, help, right? So it's talking about Facebook ad help, some other stuff here, and then whatever, right? And then this page just simply has a headline right here, okay? So we put some content here, one box that says email, okay? And then potentially a little stuff right here, okay? Now, let me ask you this. If you are not interested in Facebook marketing, are you going to put your email address in over here on example 1? Yes or no? That's right. You're not putting your email address in on example 1. But let's just say that over here, this talked about online business. Okay? So something a little more vague. We're still talking about building your business, right? We're still talking about building your business, online business. We're just not specifying that it's about Facebook or it's about YouTube or it's about this free book or it's about this specific program. There's no specificity. We're just simply saying, build your online business, right? If you aren't interested in, okay, if you're not interested in Facebook, then guess what? You would still opt in over here on example 2, even though you're not interested in Facebook marketing. If both of these landing pages right here sent you to the same place, literally the same exact place, then you would still end up with a higher opt-in rate using the second page. Does that make sense, everybody? Now, if we are trying to send people directly to a Facebook sales webinar or page or something like that, okay? What you sometimes will have is obviously more people that come from this page down here would end up buying, because do you see how there's a very good synergy there? They saw something about Facebook on this opt-in page, they go down here, and now there's something about Facebook. And so obviously you're going to get a higher buy percentage from that, right? So because everything matches along the way. You have pre-qualified the people in basically step 1 of this process with your solo ad opt-in page because you told them it was about Facebook. Whereas if you send them down this path right here, right, you're going to have less of those opt-ins buying because you're going to get a lot of people that weren't interested in Facebook, right? But if the byproduct, let's just say this is a lower percentage of sales, okay? And this is a higher percentage of sales. But here's the difference. If both of these are putting people into your list, okay? So if both of these are putting people onto your list, if this one puts, let's just say this one puts, you know, let's say this one puts 100 people on your list, and let's say this one puts 200 people on your list. Which one is going to make you more money when you start then sending solo ads, right? You start to send solo ads to start making money. Well, it's very simple. This one going down this path is going to make you more money because this one over here on this path built your list at a much smaller rate. And not to mention, when you start looking at conversion rates of these things, if the conversion rate here, right here, when we're talking about sales, I mean, it would have to be double the conversion rate for it to actually make less sales. Does that make sense? Because you've sent way more people to that sales page. Okay, so taking you back and saying, hey, look, this is a smart way to do things. The reason that we don't do this on, say, our Facebook advertising, right? Or, you know, in some cases, Google advertising or YouTube advertising, we're very transparent. We say, if you want to learn about email marketing, click this button. If you want to learn about Facebook marketing, click that button. Here's why we do that. Because first of all, you want better relevance scores and all that. In other words, you want people to be interacting with your ad that are interested in your ad. Number two, a lot of times you pay per click. So you don't really want somebody to click that has no interest at all in what you're about to show them, right? If we were having to pay right here at this point, if this point right here was the threshold of paying, right? So like if that red line represented the threshold of paying, which means if we had to pay when somebody opted in to the box, then would you all agree that probably example one would be smarter? Because example one is going to get us a qualified list. It's going to get us people that are interested, all that stuff. But here's the thing. You're actually paying before people come here, right? You're paying from, you know, like the solo ad seller, right? And you buy some traffic from them, and that traffic comes over here to these pages, right? This is where you pay. So you've already paid. Once somebody hits your page, you've already paid for that traffic. So now, the larger your list, the higher the conversion rate, the more money you actually can make from the money you spent. Does that make sense to everybody? Yes? All right, I see some of you saying we lost audio and camera. We haven't lost audio and camera, but what's happened is we have 1,000 people on here. And so when that scenario takes place, we typically, things slow down, GoToWebinar goes crazy, it starts to crash and all that stuff. So if some of you are having issues, I wouldn't tell you to log off and log back on because you won't be able to get back on. But just hang tight and maybe your computers will catch up. But most people seem to be saying everything is good. Okay, so Chris says GoToWebinar cannot contain Anthony Morrison. This is right. It is virtually impossible to get onto our webinars if you don't get on early because we fill up every single time. So with that said, what I want to do tonight is show you just how stupid simple, okay, it is to make these pages, because these pages right here are what you really want to focus on when you start your solo ad business, okay? These pages, because these are the types of pages that are going to make you the most money. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through building one tonight, okay? I'm going to show you a couple of examples. Then I'm going to give that page to you so that you can play around with it. You can change things. And then what we'll do is have basically another one of our contests where you get to build these pages, okay? And when you build these pages, we're going to buy some of them from you. And here's the thing. You're all going to see this and say, oh my gosh, Frank does not have the advantage over us this time. So Frank, you're not going to have the advantage with all of your design. You will not be the only winner this time where I have to buy pages from only Frank. We call our pages the Frank series. It's just all of Frank's pages. Debbie says Frank can't participate. Honestly, Frank does a great job with building pages, and we bought a lot of them for our ambassador program from Frank. But there are kind of differences to these types of pages. So let me just go in here and pull one of this up. So you can see I was working on this. And so we went through and built a few. But what I want to do is show you something real fast. I want to show you one of the ugliest pages that you'll probably ever see in your whole life. There's not a whole lot to this. How many of you would agree that there's not a whole lot to this? Okay? Nothing. Anybody can make this. But here's the thing. This is a very vague page, meaning we don't have images. We don't have a lot of, here's the free book that you're going to get and all of that stuff. We don't have any of that. We don't limit ourselves. So think about it. How many of you, let's just do a quick example. Type the number 1 in. If you're on Facebook, type it in the comments box. If you're on the webinar, type it in the comments box. Type the number 1 in. If some of you have already typed the number 1 in. Clearly, this is not good. Type the number 1 in if you would be interested, not from me, but if you saw one online, in an ebook. Type the number 2 in if you kind of think ebooks are cheap and you probably aren't likely to download an ebook. Okay? So, interesting thing coming in. I'm seeing just as many 1s as I am 2s. I would say it's probably 50-50, at least 50-50, all right, of people typing in 1s and 2s. So here's the thing. If I stick a free ebook on this page, 50%, give or take, 50% of the people on this webinar right now are telling me they're not interested in it. Like, you feel like ebooks are cheap. There's so many people doing ebooks that it's just kind of overrated. There's really never any value in them, and you don't really want one. But then there's 50% that are saying, I love the ebook. Yes, I would love an ebook. All right, let me ask you this. How many of you on this webinar right now, okay, how many of you would like to make more money online in 2018? Type the number 1 in. And if you're not interested in making more money online in 2018, type the number 2 in and then click the big red box X up at the top that says leave the webinar, because you are taking up one valuable slot that could be given to someone else who is interested in making more money in 2018. It looks like GoToWebinar is fine. I was wondering how long it was going to take them to do this. They have finally shut me down here, hold on, and told me that we have too many people on. So it's doing these pop-ups on my computer. So hold on one second. Let's clear that out, or it'll freeze it up. Okay, so all of you obviously are typing the number 1 in. So here's the thing. If I don't put the ebook on this page, okay, so if I don't put the ebook on this page, everybody on the page is interested in the copy that is there, which is, have you made money online? Would you like to make more money? And by the way, we're going to change up the copy. I know there's commas and stuff. I'm going to build the page out with you. Okay? What you can do is you can change, okay? You can change the words like send me my profit playbook now. You can change that to say, send me the 3 steps to making money online. Send me the 3 steps to profits. Send me the 2018 profit plan, right? Where literally you're not talking about it's a book. It could just be an email. It could very well just be that somebody enters their email address in this box and you send them an autoresponder email with the 3 steps that you're helping or that you can use to make more money online. Does that make sense to everybody? It's very broad. Mike said it in the chat box. It's extremely broad, okay? It's not specific, it's broad. And the reason that we do that when we're buying solo ads is because we're getting all kinds of traffic that's just falling onto this page. We don't want them to get distracted. We don't really want to provide a lot of value on the page, because in providing value, we pull away value from people that don't see things the same way. That's also the reason why we don't put video on the page, because when you put video on the page, you cut some people out. There's some people on their mobile phones that are not going to hit start. They're not going to hit play on that video because they're at work, or they're in a restaurant, or they're walking down the street, or their kids are asleep, or in my case, their dogs are asleep, right? So they might not hit the play button, right? But so then they wouldn't know what it is that's actually working. Here's an interesting thing that I found. And you guys know I've always told you, one of my biggest things is that videos convert. So when you use video, typically anyway, videos convert very well. Well, interesting thing, and I sent this out in my M newsletter this month to everybody, and I sent more details out. I have actually found that right now, currently on Facebook, my ads are doing better with images than they are with videos. They're doing better with just a static image that tells a story than they are with videos that people have to stop and watch. So, and that's because I'm just doing it for lead generation, right? I'm doing it for building my list. Now, a lot of you are saying because my wife is in the image, so you're watching my marketing. That's right. One of the things that makes people stop, and this is just probably one of the things that, I mean, we just have to address, is pretty women, right? I mean, pretty women make people stop and pay attention. And I suppose that on the flip side, good-looking men make women stop and pay attention. And it doesn't matter if you're, married or not, or if you're 50 or you're 90 or you're 20 or whatever the case may be. It seems to be that a pretty woman makes people stop and pay attention. And I would imagine I'm sure if my wife is scrolling down Facebook and some good-looking guy pops up, she's going to stop for just a second. Now, she's going to tell me that, oh, her mouse froze or something. But what she's probably doing is checking out this good-looking guy, and that's okay. I took a personality test today for Ty Lopez, a friend of mine, and they sent me an email and said, "Hey, will you take this personality test?" And I said, "Sure, yeah, whatever." I don't ever do stuff like that, but I did. And the one thing that it said, well, it said that I was ruthless. I have no clue how or why it would say that. And then it said that it did like a relationship thing. And I guess it rates you as insecure and secure, and then like very secure. And it said I was just very secure in my relationship, which I thought was pretty interesting because I've always felt that way. But like I said, it wouldn't bother me that if somebody said ruthless in your emails. I guess I am. It's so funny because like I'm not a ruthless person at all. So I don't know where that came from, but I think we might have to work on the personality test to make sure. Maybe I put the wrong answers in. But the point is that we have to promote things that the general public, like if you were to walk into a room and there's 100 people in that room, what would get 99 out of those 100 people to pay attention to you? Would it be if you were walking around with a book like this, right? And as you walk through there, would people pay attention? Or would it be if you wore a shirt that has some kind of saying on it like this that people stop and pay attention to? You see, it's all part of marketing. Some people might be offended by what this shirt says. Others might laugh at it. But here's the thing. If you're offended at it, or if you laugh at it, would you agree that you had to have noticed it to have an opinion? Yes or no? See, being noticed is the number one key, right, when it comes to marketing. And so we want to be general and we want to be broad. We don't want to limit ourselves to one specific thing. That is why I don't put out image ads of just my wife. right? Because if I put just my wife out, there is a possibility that I turn away people that like, they might see a pretty girl, but that's not really their, they're not interested in that. Now, when they see us together, it's like, oh, it's this couple, or oh, there's a pretty girl. Oh, look, they're married or something. You always want to be inclusive of everyone. That's the biggest key in marketing, is be inclusive, be disruptive, but be inclusive. And when you can figure that out, when you can figure out how to be all inclusive, but yet disrupt, you literally can own the entire market, because you are reaching and appealing to everyone, right? Every single person. And that's where big money is made. Now, one of the things that I think is super important about solo ads is being inclusive of everyone and trying to put yourself in the position of the person that just landed on this page. They may not be a reader. They may not be somebody that cares about Facebook marketing or YouTube marketing or an ambassador club or whatever the case may be. But there's one thing that we know, and that is that most people want to make more money. Most people want to lose weight and or have more muscles, right? That's just the way that it is. And most people would love to have a better relationship in some way, shape, or form. Whether it's I'm single and I can't attract women, or I'm married but I want my relationship to be better, or I'm divorced and I want help understanding why, and I want to have a better relationship. The point is, there's a reason that those are the three biggest verticals and niches online, and it's because those are the most generic and broad, right? So keep that word generic and broad in your mind when you are doing solo ad stuff. Let's take a quick look at this page, okay? As we kind of go through and look at the elements on the page, I want you to see something. We always use, and we have found, that the color red and the color green work very well on these particular pages. I do not know why. There's no real logic behind it. However, I have found that the color red stands out. It pops. And if you notice, most of our pages are like a big white page, right? But you'll notice that on this one, I made the page gray, and I put this little bitty box in the center of the page, and I made it very small, right? It's really, there's nothing here. But what this does is it boxes in your attention. Your attention goes straight to that big white box there, because the page isn't bleeding off, right? This is what helps get the focus onto this web form and these few little words. This is where having a copywriter, this is where you see copywriters. I'm friends with a few of them on Facebook, and I see them every day making sales with their, for headlines, where literally people will pay them $150 to do 10 headlines that they can test on this page right here. And they'll pay them $150 a piece, not for like 10. They'll pay them $150 a piece. So like $1,500 to write these two sentences 10 times and change it up. But if you think about it, at the end of the day, that's big money if you can get higher conversion rates, right? So what do we look for? Well, some of you have already noticed some things. Some of you said there shouldn't be a comma here and there shouldn't be a comma here. How many of you initially noticed that there was commas in places and it looked weird? Okay, lots of people saying yes. All right. Now, I know you're going to think Anthony just doesn't know how to spell or write sentences, but that's not true. I did it on purpose, because if you look at this, and this is one of the tricks I've used for so long when I build these pages like this, I put commas in extremely weird places, because you, as a intelligent, well-educated person, when you read it, okay, you look at it and you subliminally are noticing that it's not right, that it doesn't look right. but you don't really know what the heck's all that wrong with it until you've read it, right? So you notice that there really shouldn't be a comma right after you. Have you, comma, made money online? It seems kind of weird, but now you've read the sentence, right? And then we do the same thing on the bottom one, and we try to kind of line them up, right? What we do is we try to disrupt your brain from looking at this and having what we call in marketing banner blindness, right? Where you're driving down the highway and you got all these billboards up here, and you get home and I say, listen, I will give you $7.5 million if you can name 4 of the billboards and the color of those billboards on your way home. You'd all lose $7.5 million. Even though you sit at the red lights and you look at those things, you do not remember them because you are blind to the fact that those things are there. Let me tell you about one that I saw, and I used to tell this story when I taught live classes in Utah, and it was one of the most amazing pieces of marketing that I've ever seen. Okay, here, this is how they did it. Okay, now I was being driven down the road down the highway in Utah, in Salt Lake City, and I've been there many times. Normally, I sleep in the car from the airport to the office, and I'm driving down the road or riding down the road. I'm looking out the window, and typically I'm looking right past all those billboards. I'm not paying any attention to them. I'm looking at the mountains and just the whole city and everything. I come from obviously, you guys know, small town. I don't have that kind of stuff here. So that's what I'm looking at. For years, I drove down this road. For years. I don't think I could tell you one single billboard. Until one day we were driving down the road, and I looked up, and I just happened to see this huge sign, billboard, but in big bold letters it said, "Your wife is not hot." And I thought to myself, when I looked up, I thought, what the heck? Like, they're literally just put a sign up on the highway that told people their wives were not hot. And instantly, because my brain saw that, I wasn't focused on it, but my brain was seeing it, right? Just like it does anything else that you see. And it said, my wife is not hot. So immediately, like in that split second, I read the rest of it, and it said, because you called so-and-so to fix your air conditioner. And I'm like, man, this is a great marketing tactic. Because the biggest part of their ad had nothing to do with air conditioners. The words air conditioner were literally as small as like the copyright words on here. And the "your wife is not hot" was up here. But what happened is they got my attention. And so I read the rest of that billboard really fast. And now every time I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking, I know the air conditioning company that can keep my wife cool if we ever were to be in Utah. The point is I noticed something I would have never noticed because they used a disruptive form of marketing. They didn't say, "We fix air conditioners, call so-and-so, so-and-so." You know what I'm saying? They didn't even mention air conditioners until after you had already read part of that ad. So thinking about disruptive marketing, what can you do to get someone's attention, right? What can you say in these 2 little sentences here to make them say, yes, I want to put my email address in here because I want whatever it is. Typically, this right here is going to be the first thing that they read. It's going to be this headline, this bigger headline, this bolder piece of copy here is what these 4 or 5 words are what determine if they're going to read the rest of your ad. If they're think of this as an ad, because that's what it is. It's a little ad on a page, and the call to action is, give me your email address. So what can you say in those 5 words that's disruptive enough that when they click it, the general population run of the mill, the 70-year-olds, the 12, not the 12-year-olds, the 70-year-olds, maybe the 20-year-olds, the men and the women, right? The people that read and the people that watch YouTube videos all day, the people that love Facebook and the people that hate social media. What can you say that attracts all of them to your goal, which is putting your email address in this box? This is where words matter. Now, next week, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk through how I come up with multiple versions of copy. But what I'm going to do, okay, what I'm going to do for this week is I'm going to give you this page, okay? I'm going to give you all this page tonight. It's a very simple page, very, very simple. And I'm going to give it to you. And what I want you to do, and this is why I said everybody's going to have a great chance to do really well with this. What I want you to do with this page is create your own versions. But all you've got to do is change this, and what this button says. 3 things. The copy on the headline, the subheadline, and the button. That's it. And what I'm going to do is next week, I'm going to buy 10 of these with the 10 best pieces of copy, the 10 best attention-grabbing headlines, the 10 best little subtitles there that bring people in. And then what I'm going to do after I buy them, okay, which I'm going to pay you guys for them. I'll probably pay like, I don't know, $10 a piece or so. It's just copy. You ain't got to build anything. So I'll probably buy like 10 of these for $10 a piece. I might buy 50 of them. I don't know. I'll buy all of them that are good. Then here's what I'm going to do. After I buy them, I'm going to take them and I'm going to go spend $5,000 between next Thursday and the next Thursday. And I'm going to push traffic to all of them. And I'm going to get results. Okay, I'm going to give you the results. And I'm going to show you which ones convert the best. So I'm going to spend my money figuring it out. Then you will all know which pages will convert the best when you buy your solo ads to start your solo ad business. What do you think about that? I feel like that eliminates, now that doesn't mean that there's no testing you ever have to do, but what it does mean is I'll take 10 or 15 or 20 and I'll bring it down to like 5 really good pages with copy that's going to convert, so that first of all, you hit the ground running with the best of the best. Then you kind of can see why, like what is converting best, right? So you can write some more copy and make some more changes to, of course, make things better, right? I think that this levels the playing field for everybody, because as great as Frank is at what he does, and for those of you who don't know Frank's a member of the Success Connection. He actually built our cryptocurrency logo for us, and he does. I mean, lots of pages that in our ambassador club are used by people that were designed by Frank. But what this does is this levels the playing field in that you don't really have to know anything about design. Now, you are more than welcome to change the colors of the text. Okay, more than welcome to do that. Change the colors of this text if you want to. Change the font type if you want to. Move the commas if you want to. Add extra little characters. But what I want is, I want the page to be the same. I don't want to add a bunch of other stuff to the mix, okay? And this will be, of course, specifically for making money online, for building your internet business. So when you think of this, think of building my internet business, making money on the internet, working from home. You know, some people say quitting my job. That gets a little hypey for me. I don't love that. That probably works really well because lots of people hate their job. But nevertheless, still something that people will respond to. What you will do is to submit your page. Once I give you these pages, to submit your page, all you will do is submit it right here in our Facebook group. You will post it in our group. I'm putting this link in the chat box. For those of you that are new, you can get to our group right here. It's free to join. I won't be able to approve you until after we're finished up for the night. but it's go.dsc.com/group, and there's a little button there that you can click, and it'll ask you to apply to be in the group. And of course, we'll let you in the group completely free. These pages are extremely important because this is the first part of your business. And Melissa says, can we submit more than one? Yeah, you can submit as many as you want. So you can sit here and clone the page and make 100 pages. What I'm going to do is I had our designer add some other pages in here, but see, he started building pages like this. Now, do you guys see the difference? I haven't done the copy on this, but do you see the difference in this page and the other? Do you see how your vision for what you're looking at starts doing this? Starts expanding, right? Everybody say yes. It starts expanding. This is the typical type of page when you're doing a free book and all that kind of stuff, and it's great, and I have lots of pages like that. But when you want to just maximize how many people are going to actually opt in, you want to use the other pages. And not to mention, I want to show you something real fast. What I'm going to do is, before I give you these, I'm actually just going to remove, I think I'm just going to remove these pages. Let me look, because I don't, there's really no need in having these. But I want to show you one other thing and one other reason why this works so well to get more opt-ins. Yeah, these are not pages that we need. We have pages like this. Sorry, Ricky, I love you, but nada. Not necessary. All right, let's see. Okay, but I am going to show you this page and show you what I'm talking about. So I want you guys to look at this. All right, how many of you know that most traffic online is mobile traffic? Just say yes. All right, or no, I guess. Okay, most traffic online is mobile traffic. Here's something that you should look at in ClickFunnels when you're building your page. Very important. Watch this. You click this little button up here that says mobile, and it will change this page to look the way that it's going to look on a mobile phone or a mobile device. So watch this. When I click this, do you see how everything crunches in, right? Does everybody see that? That's a preview of what it should look like on a mobile phone. Well, if most of the people that are getting this are getting it on a mobile phone, I mean, look at what they've got to go through to get down here to opt in. There's quite a bit. It's at the very bottom, right? So on my phone, I click it, and yeah, I instantly see this, but then in my mind, I'm thinking, but I got to scroll through a whole bunch of stuff, you know? And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, and I leave, right? But when you do these pages small like this, all right, and when you center everything, one of the things you can do, I'm not sure if I actually did this yet or not. Look, okay, look at this. Do you see how it says, have you made money online? And that's the biggest thing that you see. I mean, when you look at that, all you see is, have you made money online? That is it, right? That is all you see. And then you see send my profit playbook now, right? And like I said, you see the button and you see those 4 words or 5 words at the very top. So this mobile version, okay, looks so much better with this page than with the other page, because now it's boom, it's right there. Like, this is what I'm opting in for. Does that make sense, everybody? Right, yes. So now I see some of you talking about our mobile opt-in software. I haven't talked about mobile opt-in probably a year. We do have mobile opt-in software that gets the cell phone, gets email addresses out of cell phones without them having to type it in. But this webinar is about showing you the difference in the types of landing pages, not necessarily just in mobile opt-in. You can look at mobile opt-in and the training on it in your Morrison Education members area. Click on the little mobile opt-in icon and you can watch a webinar on it. This is about showing you how bringing that page together and mobile optimizing that page is going to help you generate more traffic and more opt-ins, because when a solo ad seller sends you traffic, I can tell you right now, 70% of it is mobile, 70%. I buy them every day. I buy them all day long. We spend thousands, over $100,000 a month on solo ads, and 70% of the traffic, 70% is mobile. That is, of course, why we do, that's why we focus so much on the mobile versions, because 70% of these people are on mobile devices, and you want to get those opt-ins, right? So super, super important. Now, with this particular page, people still have to type their email address in. It's part of the business, part of the deal. With mobile opt-in, they don't. They actually just click the button and it gets their email address out of their cell phone and then opts it in. So there's different ways to do it. But when we're doing it for these purposes, this is so much better than doing it the other way, right? So than the other type of page. So I want you to be very well aware of that. And then also, when you're building your pages, okay, so when you're building your page, know that you can actually change. You can make this look one way, and then when you look at the mobile version, you can go in here and change the way this looks on mobile. Like, you see how this button is on mobile? It's got the text that's too big like this. Does everybody see that? Just say yes if you see that. Okay, so watch how we fix that. Let me show you real fast. I'm putting on a ClickFunnels Clinic. Watch this. If we click on this button, you can go in here to the settings of that button. And do you see down here where it says all? You see this thing that says all here? All we've got to do is, well, first thing I would do is this. Let me show you. So watch closely, because you'll probably want to do this on your pages. First thing I do is I clone the button. I know this looks weird, but watch. Clone the button. All right, now you click on the settings here, okay, on this one, and you click on desktop. Do you see where this says desktop only right here? Does everybody see that pop up right there and say desktop only? It's right there, okay? All right, that means this element, this button, will only show up when you're on a desktop computer. Then you click this button right here, and you click mobile only, all right? And now you'll see that it shows up only on a mobile one. Now watch what I can do. If I click on this text, or this button, I can drop this font size down. Oops. Okay. And I might even could change the name. Could make this a little bit shorter, but we could just go with, let's see. Maybe we'll go with the 16-point font like that. Now watch this. Now on my desktop computer, I see this. On my mobile phone, I see that. Does everybody agree that that looks better than having the words wrapping to next sentences and stuff? Now I have this one that's mobile, and then I have this one that's desktop, and that's it. Now I can save that, which I just did, so you'll get that one saved, okay? And now what you've got is you've got a page that's literally optimized for the best viewing and the best, really the best conversions on a mobile device, right? Now you can go in and change it and edit it and tweak it. The reason that I'm not going through and building a ton of them is I don't want to influence your creativity and where your mind goes. I gave you macro level. This is kind of from a macro level. This is what you should be thinking of. This lets you kind of go in and get creative and start building these things yourself, which is how you learn. Then, of course, I'll buy some of these from you next week, which I think will be beneficial to all of you. I'll buy some, and I'm giving you this funnel tonight for free. So I'm giving you this page, and all you've got to do is click this button down here. Let's see. It says clone funnel step, okay? And you can keep cloning it as many times as you want, making as many versions as you want of the page, and then you just take the website address and you put it into our Success Connection group so that we can look through it and look at all of the all the elements in the text and the copy and stuff that you did. How many of you like that idea? Say yes. Okay, very good. Very, very good. Let me see what my notes say are next on the agenda. Let's see. Build page, give away pages, talk about the contest, mobile versus desktop. Let's see. A couple. I know you guys are laughing because I have notes, but literally, I want you to look at this. All notes for the Success Connection and then they flip over to another page. I used to do them in my notebook, but I've run out of, I mean, literally the paper's so small. So I have a lot of, like I said, I treat this, even though it's free, I mean, I treat it like a, like a college professor, I guess. Although I hate to be compared to a college professor because, but I mean, mine were never all that great to me. But what do I have to say? Anyway, always learn things that are applicable to life, right? Which the history of literature was not applicable to my life, right? It never has been. So, but yeah, I mean, I treat this. I try to have a really good plan and an option for you guys to be able to do this. Now, some of you asked me, some of you have said, if you're new, hey, do we have to have ClickFunnels to do this? And I want to address something real fast because there was a post made in the Success Connection this week, and I banned the guy for making it because he just pissed me off. But here's the thing. I use this ClickFunnels platform for my business, okay? Look, I use it for my business. Like, I don't use it to try to sell you ClickFunnels. I use this for my business. If it'll go to, oh, maybe I'm clicking the wrong thing. Look at this. I have currently 957 pages built in ClickFunnels. I promise you they're not all to try to sell you ClickFunnels, okay? I use this software. Now, somebody told me that in the Success Connection, that the Success Connection is not actually free because I just use it to sell ClickFunnels to people. So here's the thing, and if you're new, listen up because it's important. I can teach you how to do this, and you just learn how to do it, and you can go build your own pages. I could care less what you build them in. You can go use WordPress and build them, lead pages or whatever the other, I don't even know all the other ones because I've only used ClickFunnels. But you can go build these anywhere you want. But in order for me to hand deliver and just give you this page to where you can just start clicking a button and edit it, there's got to be some way for me to transfer it to you. ClickFunnels is where I build it. I give you a link, you click the link, and it puts this whole page inside of your ClickFunnels account in 5 minutes or less. You've got the whole page. Then, when I buy 10 more pages next week or 15 pages from all of our students who build really good ones with good copy, I put those in here. You can get all of those for free. This is the platform I use to give things away for free. So let's just eliminate some misconceptions. If you are a new student of mine and you already have ClickFunnels, you do not have to buy ClickFunnels through my affiliate link to get this for free. If you feel like you don't want to buy ClickFunnels through my affiliate link and you're going to buy it tonight anyway so you can get this and all of our other funnels, fine. Don't use my affiliate link. I could truly, honestly give a rip. This gives me a great opportunity to teach and then also get you to apply, right? And that's what I really feel has happened since I started using ClickFunnels for our trainings, is that I can teach you things and then you can actually apply those things. Instead of learning something tonight and looking at this page and saying, I have no clue how the hell I'm going to do this when I get off this webinar, but yeah, all that stuff I learned is great. But if I can give it to you and then you can do what you just saw me do on the same platform you just saw me do it on, now you apply what you've learned. When you apply what you've learned, you now can actually start doing something online. So it's very important for you guys to understand that, especially if you're new, because ClickFunnels is not cheap. It's like $97 a month. We have a link where you get a free trial for a couple weeks. So you can use it for a couple weeks, and then if you hate it, you don't want to use your pages, cancel it, right? But the fact of the matter is, this is a tool. This is not a promotion. This is a tool that I use. And I feel like other people that are really successful use it. And so I try to teach what I do and teach you to take the same steps I take. There are a lot of people that teach things in different ways than they actually are doing them. Does that make sense to you guys? That some people teach you one way and they try to make it look real easy and real cheap. hey, look at this. You can build all these pages and it's 4 cents and all this crap, right? And it is just that, it's crap. And then you go do it and it doesn't work. But they're over here secretly doing it differently, right? Kind of a pain. I just teach you how to do what I do. And either that works for you or it doesn't, right? It's no problem. Remember, the Success Connection is free. It doesn't cost anything. And if you want to go through this training, this teaching, and this whole solo ad workshop with me, phenomenal. If you want to do it using ClickFunnels, great. If you want to do it using something else, just as equally great. Whatever works for you works for me. As long as you're applying what you've learned and actually doing the stuff that we're teaching you. That's the important part to me, because that's what's going to help you truly start to see success, right? So with that's one thing I wanted to go over, because I saw this post on our group, and somebody, actually it was from last week, because a lot of you were posting what you liked so much about the Success Connection and how it's helped you to learn more, to earn more, and all these things. And somebody made a really nice post. I think it was Ed Murphy made a really nice post about how I teach every week for free and have been for 3 years. And this other guy popped on and said something smart ass about it, and I banned it. So it just, under my skin, you know what I'm saying? There's only one thing that I really won't let anybody get away with, and that's telling me that I do the Success Connection for the wrong reasons, because I've been doing it for 3 years, and I love it. I try to come up with great stuff, great content, give away stuff, and teach you things that'll actually work. And that's what I do. And I feel like I do a decent job of it anyway. And I don't feel like my end goal every night is to try to make $17.80 from ClickFunnels. So just part of, it's comical to me, but nevertheless. So for those of you that were asking that, yes, you do have to have ClickFunnels. You can get a free trial of ClickFunnels. I'll show you a link in a minute, or you can go find a link online. Okay, now a couple of other quick things. Some of you asked me about our ambassador program. I told you I was going to work on a way for everybody to be able to get enrolled. I am planning to potentially announce that next Thursday. I talked with some of our ambassadors this week, kind of came up with a game plan, and I have an idea of what I will do. I also have to apologize to anybody that tried to enroll as an ambassador between the days of the 16th and the 22nd or 23rd. This is why I didn't want our ambassadors to promote the ambassador program right off the bat. I didn't make it. Well, I did kind of make a mistake. Basically, our order form was broken for our annual payment plans. The checkbox was not working, and it wouldn't let people enroll. Things happen, and I didn't even know it, other than I was in our support box and somebody sent us an email about it. And I'm always looking at support. So somebody just said, yeah, it happened to me. I didn't even know about it. So what we're doing is I'm going to leave those order forms open, okay, until next week. And then I'm going to close them down, because we're going to open up another version that will let other people get enrolled. And then we will close that down, and then all of you will be able to go and promote and do all this ambassador stuff. If you don't know what the ambassador program even is, I've got a replay of our webinar I'll share with you in just a little while. You can watch it kind of on your own time. We'll be fine. Okay, so everybody understands what the goal is for next week with this page, right? Just say yes. Okay. All right, very good. We know what the goal is, and we know we want to post those results or post our pages in the Success Connection group. Don't post them in any other groups, just the Success Connection group. All right, so there is a page that some of you may not have ever seen. I want to show you this page really quick. I added a few things to this page, okay? So pay attention. All right, number one, there is a button here that says, attention, get Facebook alerts. on this page. I will give you this page address, and I will give you the password for this page in just a minute. But there's a button here that says subscribe to Facebook alerts. Every single person on this webinar should click that button tonight. That is where I am going to give away stuff throughout the week that will not be available on Thursday nights. It will only be available through those alerts. This is my way of saying, I want to engage with you more during the week. I want to keep you focused more during the week. Am I going to spam you on Facebook? No. Will I send you one message or two messages on Facebook? Probably. But those messages are going to be able to get you something else for free or tell you something else that you might need or want to know. So it's super, super simple. All right. So if you're already on our list, this puts you on a different list. This puts you on the list that only my Success Connection members get these alerts. Okay. So you'll want to click that button first thing tonight, and it'll send you a message on Facebook. And on Facebook, you have to click yes that you do want to let me send you messages. Okay. Second thing is, if you don't have ClickFunnels, there is a link to the trial for ClickFunnels right here. Again, you don't have to have ClickFunnels. You don't have to buy ClickFunnels. You can go to clickfunnels.com and buy ClickFunnels. You can go to somebody else's affiliate link and buy ClickFunnels. I do not care. If you happen to click this button on this page, then I will get paid an affiliate commission if you buy ClickFunnels. You will get a 2-week free trial. They will pay me nothing unless you love ClickFunnels and you keep your ClickFunnels trial. Type number 1 in if you don't have ClickFunnels right now, but you understand everything I just said, so that we do not have any people on this webinar that think that the only reason I do my webinars is to sell ClickFunnels. Buy it somewhere else, okay? Not a big deal. There are other funnels available for you. So if you're new, you'll see that you can download all these other funnels that we've put together. There's probably 11 of these funnels in here that are available for you. You can download all those funnels. We also have right down here, you'll see the Solo Ad Workshop Assets, okay? Solo Ad Workshop Assets. This is where you can get the solo ad funnels from tonight, okay? This is where you get the solo ad funnels from tonight. So this is where you will get that red and gray and white page from tonight. You will go down here, you will click on this. It is important for those of you that are new, so that I don't end up getting hammered with emails. You have to be logged in to your ClickFunnels account in order to get it, okay? So what does that mean? That means you first have to log into your ClickFunnels account like this, go to this page that I'm gonna give you access to in a minute, click this button, and then this whole funnel will just show up in your account instantly, okay? So it'll instantly show up in your account, won't take it much time at all, okay? Within a minute or two. All right. Also, when you subscribe to these Facebook alerts, since we did break our, we broke our annual plan. Of course, if you guys, some of you are asking me, did mine work? If you processed an order for your ambassador club and it said congratulations and sent you to the thank you page and all that, you're fine. But if you clicked it and you never could get it to go through, it was broken. When you subscribe to the alerts tonight, I'm going to give you a special replay page that has the timer, so you can scroll back and forth, watch what you want to watch, if you will. It'll give you an opportunity to enroll if you want to enroll without waiting on the entire webinar to end. It's a page that's not available anywhere else. It's just going to come to you, so you can watch the ambassador replay, but it'll come to you through Facebook Messenger. It'll be like the second message, because I knew that I was going to provide that for you tonight. I made that page today for you. For those of you that I kind of screwed over and that I broke my own order forms, my apologies. Good thing you weren't sending a lot of traffic to the Ambassador Club with broken order form, though. Wouldn't help you make much money. So good learning lesson for me, and that is there are a lot of things that I break when I try to make them better. More testing. Okay, so this page, I'm going to give you this web page address and the password for it, and there's 3 things that you're going to do. First thing you're going to do is you're going to subscribe to the Facebook alerts. The second thing you're going to do is if you don't have ClickFunnels, you're going to get it either from here or somewhere else. And then the third thing you're going to do is come down here and at least download the solo ad funnel from tonight. All you got to do is click that link. It'll put it into your account. Type the number 1 in this chat box if you are understanding everything that I said. Okay? Beautiful. Everybody understands. Now, I'm going to give you this web page address, then I'm going to tell you about this $5,000 giveaway that's happening next week. Write this web page address down right here. I'm going to put it in the chat box. go.dsc.com/funnel. Okay? That is the page address for that page. I'm going to give you the password in just a second. There, you can see I have not typed the password in. Okay? Now, a couple of house cleaning things. James, Braden, Jody, Sandra, Harold, and Nancy. All of you will have your PayPal payments in the morning from Josh with the last couple of weeks. A lot of you won $1,000 and then $1,250. Let's see. Yeah. All of you should have PayPal payments from Josh in the morning. So you can thank Josh when it comes in. And then next week, what I'm doing is I still have some people that won our Invest in You contest last time that pushed their investment off until the ambassador program rolled out because they wanted the traffic to go to the ambassador program. Makes sense. So next week, I am going to be announcing a $5,000 Invest in You winner. So next week will be a $5,000 Invest in You winner. All right. That means next week, I'm giving away live on this webinar $5,000 for, I think, the 4th time. I can't remember. But I'm giving away $5,000 next week. You can win if you're here, right? So you got to be here. Some people say it's insane. It's a great opportunity if you win $5,000 to invest it in your ambassador business or in your solo ad business or whatever the case may be, okay? I haven't decided how I'm going to split it up. Sometimes I give $1,000 to 5 different people. Sometimes I give $2,500 to 2 different people. Sometimes I just give $5,000 to one person. I haven't really decided exactly how I'm going to do it. So we will be doing the $5,000 giveaway next week. So here's next week's agenda. $5,000 Invest in You giveaway. The opportunity, hopefully, for every single person to be able to get in on our ambassador program, which means we will close down the typical enrollments, which are available right now, before next Thursday, okay? And then the only available enrollment will be the new one, okay? Which is obviously not the same as the ones that are available. So if you've been kind of kicking it around waiting, I would get enrolled in the ambassador program now because we're closing down these particular options. It'll be open for you to promote, just not for me. Next week, we will pick winners for our contest, for our landing page contest, okay, for solo ads. So that will be picked next week. So we're going to buy 10 pages, basically. And then finally, I am going to start teaching you about solo ad swipes. Not the solo ad swipes that you would give to a solo ad vendor, but the ones you would send to your list to get increased clicks. Because that's the next phase of having a solo ad business, is that you will be able to now generate more clicks when you send an email. More clicks equals more money. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay. Yeah, I wasn't writing that on the whiteboard. I was writing that on my on my notepad or piece of paper. So more clicks equals more money. That's what we're going to talk about next week. Once we've kind of got the landing page dialed in and we know how to build these pages that will generate big lists, now let's switch our focus over here to what do we do with that list? What do we send to that list? How do we generate more clicks when we send an email to make us more money, right? So that's what we'll be doing next week. So next week, we've got some big stuff. Let me tell you right now, if you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on GoToWebinar, I would highly suggest that next week you set an alarm and an alert and you get on 15 minutes early, because we will max out. There will be 1,000 people on here probably 15 minutes early. When I give away $1,000, it just is what it is. People show up, or $5,000. People show up, okay? So what does that mean? That means tonight I got to give you the password for this page, all right? And then I've got to give you the keyword. They're going to be the same thing. So the invest in you keyword for tonight and the password for tonight. Uh-oh. Can everybody still see me? Uh-oh. Hold on. You got to be kidding me. Let me look. Everybody see me? Okay. One computer just broke, so I'm going to put this in here quickly. The password for tonight is solo ads. So I'm sure that you can all see that. If you can see that, just say yes in the comment box. All right. The password is solo ads. So what you need to do right now is go to this address. I don't know if you can see my camera or not, but GoToWebinar just had a big error on that computer, so I'm not going to touch it. Can you see me on camera? Yes or no? Okay, you can still see me? Hi. Okay, perfect. I'm not touching that computer now, so I'll be looking this way. All right, so go.vsc.com/funnel. The password is solo ads. That will take you to this page right here. When you get to this page, first thing you should do is sign up for these Facebook alerts. This is important. After you sign up for the alerts, get ClickFunnels if you don't have it. It's free to get it tonight. You can decide if it's worth $97 a month within 2 weeks. Then scroll down here and get your solo ad funnel so that you have the solo ad funnel that you need in order to enter our contest. Then don't forget to join our Facebook group. Again, I'll put it in the chat box. It's right here, okay? go.vsc.com/group, because inside of that group will be, you can post your links to all of your pages, and that, of course, will rock and roll. So let's see. Was everybody able to get on the page? Just say yes if you were able to use the password and get on the page. Yes? All right, very, very good. So lots of people saying yes. Awesome. So it does work. Just making sure it works. How many of you were able to get the Facebook Messenger? Right? All right. Everybody says Facebook works. That's good. Don't forget, once you click the Facebook link, it'll send you a message, and you have to click another button in order for it to actually subscribe you. So you have to click like yes, I think, or something like that. And then once you do, inside of your Facebook Messenger, I sent you a special replay link to watch the ambassador webinar. Some of our ambassadors were asking for a replay of that webinar, which it's somewhere on the Success Connection page. But anyway, I made a replay page so you can watch that inside of there. And of course, if you haven't joined or you're not an ambassador, you don't even know what it is, you can watch the replay of that. And then, of course, you can have access to it as well. And then, of course, you will want to, at least in my opinion, you will want to download these solo ad pages. Again, you will see them right here. Okay, so right here, you can get the pages. If it starts to break for any reason, that is just because we have an insane amount of people going there, which typically breaks it. Okay, that is the typical and the norm, is that we put so many people into ClickFunnels, or we have so many people going into ClickFunnels to get their pages and their funnels that it breaks ClickFunnels. So they just aren't really that capable of handling that much traffic. So, all right, listen, I would love for you to post inside of the Success Connection group if you were excited about tonight, if you enjoyed tonight, if you had a good time tonight, if you learned a lot tonight. Post in the Success Connection group. Tell other people about it. I know there's some people that got locked out. For those of you that weren't able to get on here, I apologize. We are limited by GoToWebinar. There's not a whole lot I can do about it. That's why we stream it live on Facebook. So if you ever get locked out of the webinar, check my fan page or our Success Connection group. We try to bring it back for you inside of there. It might not be as great a quality, but at least you don't miss out on the opportunity to see it. So listen, tonight 3 pieces of homework. Homework number 1, subscribe to the Facebook alerts, which you see right here. Homework number 2, get ClickFunnels from somewhere if you don't have it, and get the funnel that we've put together for you. And then, of course, homework piece number 3 is design your own funnel, use your own copy, and make sure, of course, 100% sure, that you post it inside of the Facebook group, okay? So inside of the Facebook group. Somebody asked, where do you find tonight's replay? Tonight's replay will be posted on my fan page. It'll be emailed to you tomorrow. And of course, it will also be inside of your Success Connection members area. So all of you should have a Morrison Education account. Looks kind of like this, right? So you've got an account like this. All you've got to do is go in here and click on, let's see, what would you click on? Where it is? Okay, Success Connection right here. And when you click on this little Success Connection button, it will log you into the members area, which within, you know, a reasonable amount of time, right? Not right now, but within 2 to 3 hours, Nick will have this replay up, and you'll be able to watch the replay of this event. So again, the page is right here, go.dst.com/funnel. The password is solo ads. The keyword is solo ads for tonight's $5,000 Invest in You contest. We will be announcing that winner next week. So with that said, good night, everybody. Have a great weekend. Have a safe weekend. Have a productive weekend. If you're not an ambassador yet, let's get you in before the end of the week, so that you don't miss out on the opportunity. I know that I screwed up some of those order forms. Again, my apologies for those of you that have said some very profane things to me in emails. I apologize. So you're welcome to get enrolled. Get your funnels. Make sure that you do your homework. Post those links. Give people feedback inside of the Success Connection group. That's really what it's all about. Join the group, and I'll see you all next week right here, same place, same time on the Success Connection. All right. Good night, everybody.